Okay, guys, I want to show you just an amazing heads up find. Um, this was Eric, who's one of the members of our, ministry. And those of us that know what's going on, those of us that have been called, we are able to read their language and see through, the communication that goes on. That's so pervasive within these TV commercials that I've shown you repetitively, like the cats at Christmas, that's really a nuclear launch. Um, watch this. Watch this. Okay, this is 29 genius recipes to freeze now because it's about to get crazy. Now, I want to show you something. Remember, Satan turns things upside down and backwards. Today is December 2nd, correct? I want you to look at this, read it backwards. 9/11. So maybe this came out on 9/11, but they're posting it today. See, it says 9/11. I looked up, I was just curious. I looked up definition of miglore. And the meaning of miglore, and just typed it in, look, meaning of miglore, it means glow of fire, to gleam, or glitter, glow, but glow of fire. It says 9/11. Well, just sit tight. Watch this. You want to see impossible? Watch this. And it's changed now. Now watch this. By the way, I'm being censored. I watched it happen live on my computer. I'll tell you about it in a second. Watch this, though. This is amazing.
All right, guys, check this out. MSN.com. Recipes to freeze now because it's about to get crazy. Look what's underneath it. I'm going to make this as fast as I can. Got the chip.
Okay, so right underneath, see, you can see 29 genius recipes. It says it's about to get crazy. See, I'll prove to you. 29 genius recipes. I'm sure the number 29 is significance. 29 genius recipes to freeze now because it's about to get crazy. And then right under this, look what's under it. Watch. A chip. And, don't worry about what it says. Just look at the pictures. This is how they communicate.
You got nuclear submarines, and you got the beast rising out of the sea.
What do you think the odds are that there's a chip, there's nuclear submarines, and the beast rising out of the sea? This represents the Antichrist coming up, the monster. It's more than just the Antichrist, by the way, guys. It's the beast within all of humanity. Look at that. That's mind-boggling. Watch this.
You got
There's the chip. Things are about,
chip.
so let's see. Things, 29 recipes to freeze now because it's about to get crazy. Now look, I noticed that all the text under here disappeared. I just went back and started it up again. Look, below are 29 genius recipes, I'm sorry, that where I, being smart and responsible like you, I would cook and freeze now. Really. The holidays are barreling down. Interesting choice of words. On us and almost here, yay. I mean, this is cryptic. And now look, what was underneath is gone. What was underneath is gone. There is no way. There is no way.
About to get crazy. Look what's underneath it. I'm gonna make this as fast as I can. Got the chip, you got nuclear submarines, and you got the beast rising out of the sea.
Absolutely. That is absolutely correct. That is exactly what this is about. They're communicating openly like Pizzagate. Be smart. Freeze now, because it's about to get crazy. But see, if you're in Christ, you don't need to do this. And I'm going to, by the way, say something. People that are telling you to stock up and store up, that means you're trying to survive. Whoever tries to save his life will lose it. That means you're not ready. If you're thinking you're supposed to, stock up and hoard, then you've missed it. You've missed the whole meaning of the coming of the Lord. We don't need to do that. I mean, whoever trusts in Christ, you don't need to do that. Anyway, absolutely fascinating. Let me show you something else. Here's a little thing with Obama and Jerry Seinfeld. Let's watch this.
This is called the Beast.
This is called the Beast. It's his car.
It's a caddy, basically on a tank frame.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see? So I could call a nuclear submarine right here from this. I bet you don't have that in
I
your
don't
car.
have that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature, plus seat warmers. So
Plus seat warmers. I can call a nuclear sub. Now listen to what he says. He says it again.
between the nuclear
everybody's
submarine
got
thing
that.
and the,
Yeah,
oh, is that right? That's standard?
that's pretty standard everywhere.
So between the nuclear
everybody's
submarine
got
thing
that.
and the,
Yeah,
oh, is that right? That's standard?
that's pretty standard everywhere now, yeah.
Why would you put someone in your car and say you
This
can
is
call a
called
nuclear
the Beast.
sub?
It's a caddy, basically on a tank frame.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see? So I could call a nuclear submarine right here from this. I bet you don't have that in
I can't.
I
your car.
don't have that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature, plus seat warmers. So
Got the
between
chip,
the nuclear
everybody's
You
submarine
got
thing
nuclear
and the,
submarines.
Yeah,
oh, is that right? That's standard?
that's pretty standard everywhere now, yeah.
And again,
on a tank frame.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see? So I could call a nuclear submarine right here from this. I bet you don't have that in your
I
car.
don't have that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature, plus seat warmers. So between the nuclear
everybody's
submarine
got
thing
that.
and the,
Yeah,
oh, is that right? That's standard?
that's pretty.
really, I'm telling you, I was doing this and I watched my entire screen turn totally white with a Google Chrome image this big on my screen, and it said emergency update. And all my browsing history disappeared. Really? Lively little locksmith. They know that I know how to read their stuff. They're communicating in plain sight. So no one thinks it. Things are about to, so if you're smart, here's the inferred meaning. They're telling their own, if you're smart, it's time to get ready now. It's December 2nd, it says 9/11, because it's about to get crazy. Mi glory means glow of fire. And you have what's about to get crazy? The chip, nuclear subs.
Chip, you got nuclear submarines, and you got the beast rising out of the sea.
There you go. All right, take care. Jesus is coming. Oh, every video I do from now on, the Lord told me I'm supposed to proclaim the end is come. The end is come. The end is come. And by the way, just, so everybody knows, because I know how weird people get. It can happen right now. It can happen next week. It could happen before Christmas, after Christmas, before New Year's, after New Year's. The point is, we have entered into the time zone where it's about to happen. By the way, I'd like to show you something that happened. This is really fascinating. This happened last night. So I'm going to show you something real quick. I was praying last night. I got so many I got some really hateful, just evil, demonic comments on, my last video. And I was praying. I said, Lord, this is so hard just to tell people that, the time has come, and it's really takes all the faith that I have to put it all on the table. And I know you told me put everything on the table right now. So I'll do as you say, because I always do. When I know I've heard from the Lord, I do what he says. And I said, okay, so I'll do it. And I said, but could you please confirm to me that the time is now, that the day is at hand. That's what I said, that the day is at hand, and it's really about to happen. That's what I said. Let me show you something. Okay, so this is just so wild. Let me show you. I just was praying and I said, God, I just am asking you if the day is at hand. And I'd walked into my dining room and I just heard the Lord tell me, open up that book. And I opened it up. And I just said, I need to know that the day is at hand, that the time is here, And this is what I opened up, a random 800,000 word book to. It said, for predictor, forecaster, prophet. Then it said, forthcoming, upcoming, to come. Look at this. Just pay attention to this. Near at hand, near at hand, close at hand. Approaching, oncoming, due, imminent, threatening, overhanging, impending, predictable, foreseeable, probable, possible, potential, likely, certain, sure, foreseen, foretold, predicted, expected, anticipated, awaited, looked for, hoped for, and promised. Okay, so imagine that you're praying in your dining room and you just said, Lord, I need to know this because I'm telling everybody, I'm doing videos saying that you're coming, and I'm asking you please somehow to communicate to me that the day is at hand. All I want is for you to communicate that to me. And I hear, open that book, and I open up, and that's what I see. Now just sit tight. That's not all. Just watch this. Then as soon as I walked away from that book, as soon as I walked away into my living room, The Simpsons was on. And The Simpsons episode, let me show you what was on the TV as I walked away from the dining room. The Simpsons is on, and the name of the episode is Thank God It's Doomsday. And it says, and Homer's carrying a thing that says the end is near. Look at that. Well, he's carrying this this handbell, ringing a handbell, and it says the end is near. Just sit tight because I'm going to show you something else. This is mind-boggling. He's carrying a handbell. I want to show you something. The Lord told me to look up the meaning of my name a long time ago. It means, Jonathan means Yahweh is given, and then see Klek right there. Okay, it's a variant of the word Glock. And it says, from Middle High German, a topographic name for someone, let's see, who lived by the bell tower of a church. It is a name distinguished by the sign of a bell, a metonymic occupational name for a sexton who, among other duties, was responsible for ringing the church bell, or a town crier who used a handbell to draw attention. Yahweh has given a messenger that rings the bell, gathers the church. A town crier that rings a handbell to draw attention. Isn't that odd? Now watch. Just watch. The program I did yesterday on the radio was called the sign of Jonah. I just did a video on it. I told everybody, the Lord told me this is the modern sign of Jonah. Now just stay with me. I just pulled up my coat of arms meaning because I told you God called me to proclaim his arrival. This is Klek. See, that's my name, Klek. Look what it is. It's like a shofar and a king's crown, like blow the shofar, the king is coming. Wow, that's what I've been telling everybody my job is. Now, look at this. You type in Klek again. Type in Klek coat of arms. It's a bell. Ring the bell, sound the alarm. Let everybody know. Okay, now, oddly enough, Homer Simpson's ringing a bell. And Dave, who works with me in the radio stuff, he said, "Hey, Johnny, did you hear about the wildfires in Tennessee? In Tennessee, it's burning everything up. That some firefighter found a page from the Bible. Here it is." And Dave put it in our show notes. Now, listen, I hadn't seen this. And Dave just put it in the show notes for last night's show. And I clicked on it. And I was trying to, read some of the words to see where it was from. And look what it says. "Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and a destruction from the mighty shall it come." Look at what it says. The day of the Lord is at hand. Wow. Remember, I just said I prayed and I said, "Lord, is the day at hand?" I'm telling everybody on YouTube. And I opened up this book and it said at hand. See? Near, at hand, near at hand, close at hand. Okay, by the way, I went to Texas A&M for geology and physics, like geology with physics, calculus, all that science. So it's, I look at things pragmatically. I'm able to look at things in a scientific way. That's impossible. You cannot be praying and saying, "Lord, I told everybody you're coming and that the day is at hand." Can you just affirm that? Because people are being so freaking hateful. It's crazy. And the Lord said, "Open that book." I highlighted this myself and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then I'm going to show you a video because I documented what happened right here. Watch this. I documented this live while I was doing it. Just watch. Just watch. And it says at hand on that. Here we go. Watch this. This is me documenting what happened. Okay, I was just praying and I told the Lord I had. Hang on. I want to turn the volume up all the way. Okay, check this out. So this is last night, me just going, wow, this is so weird. Here you go. Okay, I was just praying and I told the Lord I had to know that the day is at hand, that's it. And I cast a lot and it says prophet, prognosticator, let's see. It says close at hand, approaching, destined, predictable. Near at hand, close at hand. Predicted, expected, awaited, hoped for, and promised. I'll photograph that. Now watch this. I walked over here and The Simpsons was on. And this is the scene that was on. I'm going to rewind it, but first I'm going to play this. Listen. Judgment day is at hand. Really? You're telling me like within 15 minutes, all these things that said the day of the Lord is at hand? The Simpsons, thank God it's doomsday. And Homer says, Judgment Day is at hand. Judgment Day is at hand. I'm looking at a book that says, at the Lord, I heard the Lord say, open that book in my spirit at hand, near at hand. Dave the Wave just happened to put a burned up page from the Bible that this firefighter found in Tennessee. And it says, the day of the Lord is at hand. All within 15 minutes of each other? That's impossible. Looks like the Lord answered my prayer, doesn't it? Well, he already told me to proclaim it. The end has come. That's what he told me on the weekend before November 28th, because I struggled all weekend with being able to have the confidence to do it, even though the Lord showed me all this stuff. So anyway, yeah. And then 29 genius recipes to freeze now, because it's about to get crazy. And then you have the chip. I'm going to reiterate this because, it's worth reiterating. Then you have an image of the chip.
And
There you have the chip. And then you have nuclear submarines.
you got nuclear submarines, and you got the beast rising out of the sea.
And the beast rising out of the sea. You got Obama talking about his freaking limo, the beast.
Basically on a tank frame.
I
Oh
mean,
my God.
Yeah, see? So I could call a nuclear submarine right here from this. I'll bet you don't have that in
I
your
don't have that.
Yeah.
okay. All right then. Well, just a little FYI. I already told you, the Lord told me it's time to give them meat in due season. Do it now. The end has come. So I'm just doing this as a little, blurb to put in with the information I've got to give to you guys. Maybe later today, I'll be showing you that the temple has been destroyed and the new temple has been rebuilt. For all you people that think there's a building coming, so did the Jews think that Jesus meant he could rebuild the building in 3 days. He wasn't talking about the building. I'm going to give you biblical mind destruction later in the afternoon or tomorrow to show you that, yep, the temple's been rebuilt. We are the temple, those that are ready. And then I'm also going to dispel the people that think you're supposed to go through the entire tribulation before Jesus gets you. I will put that completely to rest. No, the bride leaves. Okay?